Uh-oh.
What are you making?
I'm getting ready to make some coasters.
Coasters.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
You want to see?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sit right there in that chair. Okay.
Mm-hmm. What is this?
That's a pot holder. Pot holder. You can hold it with the when the pot is hot.
Oh.
I'm talking to my grandbaby.
Wait, is that a computer?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
That's my tablet.
Your tablet?
Mm-hmm.
I have my white tablet too.
You have a tablet?
Mm-hmm.
We have to find the cord so we can plug it up for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah. Wait, what's a tablet? So what's a tablet?
What's a tablet?
Yeah, tablet is the one you play video and ABCs and 1, 2, 3. Hey, you have one, I might have one.
Yeah. Okay, Mom, I'm going to talk for a few minutes, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to listen, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, hey everybody, or whoever's tuning in right now. I told you last night that I was going to come back and probably do a video on, let me turn this down real quick. It's going to do a video of me comparing mica powder and alcohol ink. And that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to do this big mold right here. I may need some more epoxy, I'm not sure. But I already stirred it up and mixed it, so I wanted to be ready when you all came on. So good evening to anyone who's here this evening. If you're here, you can make yourself known so that I can say hello. Hello. This is why I should wear gloves and I just don't. So, one of the differences between mica powder and alcohol ink is that alcohol ink, when you use alcohol ink basically does its own thing once you drop in the ink and add the white alcohol ink to it. It does its own thing. Mica powder, you have to mix the colors separately, pour it in the mold, and then use something, a heat gun or a stick or whatever to make your designs. So this is what I'm going to do with this right now. I'm going to pour. I hope this is enough. I'm kind of thinking this is not going to be enough. Maybe I should do it on a small, maybe I'll do it on the small mold, and then I'll do the, then I'll do the bigger mold later. So I'm just going to pour a couple of molds, and the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to do it with alcohol ink. Hello to everyone who's joined. So this is the mixture, and I'm going to pour, let me back up because you guys can't even see what I'm doing. I'm going to pour this. That's my grandbaby right there. That's our grand boo. That's baby grand. Baby grand. Let me see if I can get this out the way. Maybe this can hold this out the way for me. So that's Minuet. Say hi, Minnie.
Hi.
So she just wants to see what my mom's doing. I'm going to pour this in just like I did last night. Okay.
Ice cream song.
That's the ice cream truck.
Mm-hmm. Ice cream is my favorite.
Well, he'll be back tomorrow, so we might get you one tomorrow, okay? I'm just going to pour these. I don't think that was enough for that one, so.
I said right there.
These are going to be alcohol inks. This is not water, baby. This is chemicals that you can't mess with, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be the mica powder pour. I mean, no, the, what is it? Alcohol ink. We did this last night, so it's really a repeat of last night. And maybe somebody might be looking tonight that wasn't looking last night. So I'm doing these 3 trays because people are telling me they want these, so I might as well use this in a demonstration. Um, and I'm just doing randoms here, you guys, not anything in any specific order. Of course, you knew I wasn't doing that last night either. So we're just going to drop. Look, Minnie.
Mmm.
You see?
Pretty.
That's pretty, huh? Okay, so what I said when I first started, I said with alcohol ink, you don't have to stir it. You don't have to do anything. Alcohol ink is going to do what it does once it hits the resin. You don't have to do anything. The alcohol ink is going to do whatever it does. All you have to do is drop in the colors.
Who's that sub feels super sub so good.
All you have to do is drop in the colors. And now I've dropped in my colors. I'm going to drop the white in.
White?
This is white, right? So my mom's going to drop it in.
Oh, it makes the colors new.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells up. It's getting bigger.
It's getting bigger?
It's getting pink. It's getting pinker. It's getting pink.
It's getting pinker?
Look, it's all pink.
Yeah, you see how that's doing that? That's neat, isn't it?
Yeah, that's so pretty.
So we're just going to keep dropping in colors. And that's the difference between alcohol ink and mica powder. And then also with alcohol ink, the alcohol ink is not heavy. So when you get these coasters after they're done, they're very lightweight versus the coasters that you get when you use mica powder. And I'm going to demonstrate. I'm just going to do one.
It's good white. What is more good white?
Yeah, I have to put the white in there every time I put the color in, okay? I just want to show the people how to do this so they can do it at home. Okay? Is that okay with you? It is.
Yeah. It's doing ours amazing new.
Yeah, it's doing something different, right?
Yeah. Oh no, it's messed up with the colors.
It's mixing the colors?
It's messed up with the colors.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to mix up the colors.
Yeah, it's not the way there. It's not messed up.
So we did that, and we're just going to, every time you put a color in, if you weren't here last night, then this is good to let you know that every time you put a color in, you want to drop in the white. And the white that I was told is heavier than the rest of the colors, and it pulls the colors together. This is why you don't have to stir it or anything like that, because the alcohol ink does the work for you. And I like it because you don't have to try to think of a design. Brown. Shh, my mom's talking. You don't have to do a design. You can just put it in there and it's just going to go for it. Okay? So and even at the end result, when I think it's what I want it to look like, it's not going to turn out to be that way because the alcohol ink is still working and it's just going to basically do what it does. And I truly do get a kick out of it. I think it's amazing. So whoever came up with this, I don't know.
It's like pink.
Yeah, so we're going to just drop this in here. And then we're going to put some blue on there. Okay? And then we're going to be done with that. And then I'm going to show them something else, okay?
It's messed up with the blue.
Yeah. We just want the colors to mix together.
Yeah. Oh no, it's made bigger.
And see, I'm using the same colors on each one of these molds.
Yeah.
And watch, they all turn out something different. Look at this. This one's already doing something completely different than the rest of them.
It's turned black. It's turned purple.
Yeah, it turned purple, right?
Yeah, pink and blue make purple.
Pink and blue make purple? Oh, that's my little scientist granny.
It's turned something new. It's turned gray. It's turned something new. It's messed up with colors.
See, that's what it's doing. So I'm going to drop one more color in there. And what color should I drop in? Let's drop in orange, okay? So we're dropping orange. And this is the beauty of alcohol ink. Okay, it spreads and it does what it does, and you don't have to do anything. It makes its own design. You don't have to do anything. And you want to be careful with alcohol ink too, because you don't want to overdo it with the alcohol ink, because it might hinder your resin from curing. So you basically don't want your resin to not cure. So you kind of got to be careful about how much of the alcohol ink you want to put in there. Now I could put alcohol ink in here all night long because it's fun to me. But I'm not going to do it on account of I don't want to put too much resin. Now the ones that I did last night, I'll show them to you in a few minutes. Oh. Ooh. Let me see if I can show you the ones I did last night. I actually have them hanging up. Rhonda and I did a project today, and when she came in, I had already started the project and hung it up, and she was like, oh, she loved it. And then we went on to do another project, but we went to the store to try to find some longer frames, and the one store that I went to, they didn't have it, and I wasn't willing to go to another store because I was in too much pain today. So
Mama, I saw the little one. I saw the weed so tiny little one.
The tiny little one?
Yeah, I saw that over there.
Okay. Saw what? What did you see?
I see the pink one as so tiny.
Oh. The tiny pink one? Okay. So, I'm trying to get done with this. That was so dark. I don't like that being that dark.
Oh, it's mixed up with the colors.
I know. That's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, it's red. It's me and you.
That's pretty, right? So, we're going to leave this here. And then tomorrow, when we come back, it's going to be different, okay? So when I show you tomorrow, you're going to say, Mom, remember it was pink yesterday. What happened? Right? Okay, this is Baby Grand. I do have another Grand on the way.
It's my colors.
Okay, so I'm done. Y'all know from last night that I love doing this, so I'm just going to push it aside. I'm going to push it aside. And now, don't touch that, okay? Cannot touch that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up this resin that I had already poured in the cup. And I didn't mix it because I didn't know how long I was going to take. So I'm going to mix the resin, A and B, equal parts. Can you say resin?
Resin.
That's what this is. This is what your mommy uses when she does her trays.
Yeah.
You know what your mommy and daddy do?
Yeah.
This is what they do.
Yeah.
Okay? My mom does it too.
Yeah. Look, it's our stars. There's our stars in there.
Okay, so now I'm going to stir this for about a minute. Hey, Sarah. Yeah, I had to come back live because I wanted to finish what I was doing yesterday. And said I was going to do what's the difference between the mica powder and the alcohol ink. Sit down, baby, because I don't want you to mess up and get into that ink. Um, she's so cute. Thank you, Brenda B. How are you? Margaret Wells, how are you? That's my granny, my baby grand. Where are the ones from last night? I'm going to show y'all. I got to do this first, though. I'm going to show y'all where the ones are from last night. And I'm going to show you. Why is this looking like this? They're actually hanging on a wall.
It's kind of brown.
I know. I don't know why. No, it's just my hand. I thought it was turning brown, too. It's the reflection from my hand.
So why does it turn brown?
Yeah, it's not going to turn brown. See? It's not brown. It's just, it looks like that because my hand is holding it. And because it's clear, it's taking on the color of the clear. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know how your mommy and daddy do this, right?
Yeah. My studies and it makes waves.
They mix it up and they make the trays, right? Right. I'm going to let this sit here for a few seconds. So this part of it, I'm not using alcohol ink at all. I will not be using alcohol ink at all. But I will be using mica powder. And then someone last night asked me, have I ever tried to use, glitter? Glitter. Did I ever try to use glitter on any with my resin? And I do. And what I explained to her last night was that the glitter always sinks down to the bottom of the mold. I don't care what glitter that I've used, it does sink down to the bottom of the mold. And last night I kept saying I haven't tried glitter, and I don't even know why I said that, but I have tried glitter, and I don't know what was wrong with me last night when I said that, but I did try glitter, and that's how I know it sinks to the bottom. I actually did one of these trays with glitter, and it totally just sank down to the bottom. Now, if you want to use the tray on the opposite side, that's fine and dandy too. Then you'll see all the glitter. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put in 2 different colors of mica powder. Okay. And this is how the mica powder I use comes. It comes in these, like, a lot of colors. Some of them are 20 colors, some are 50 colors. And that's a lot. That can be very taxing on my brain when I try to think about it. So these are the colors that we have here. And because it's springtime, I want to use some springy colors. I've never used yellow, mica powder. I've never done it, so. But I think these colors are, oh, one of them is open. The blue one. Oh my God, the blue one just spilled all over me.
It's mostly pink.
Hmm?
So
This is orange. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And these is hardly nothing in these. I really hate that they sell you this stuff and there's really hardly nothing in there. You don't have to use a lot of mica powder. For real, mica powder does go a long way, and you want to make sure that you are closing your containers back. Mm-hmm.
It makes a penguin smoke.
Yeah. And that, I'm sure, was too much for that. But I am team too much sometimes. So I'll just do 3. We have 3 molds here. And if you can see those molds over there, they're already doing something different. They're just... What the heck is What's up with this mica powder? Up in my face.
It's nice.
So we're going to try pink, yellow, and orange. And I'm doing these colors again because it's springtime. And I want to use bright colors. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop these bubbles real quick. Be careful when you're doing it in a plastic cup. You okay? You sleepy?
No.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, you are. Okay. I guess I'm not going to win that debate, am I?
It's turning so no.
So we're going to turn these. They're going to come out in different colors. Orange, pink, and yellow, okay? I think we're only going to be able to do one mold.
It's in my eye.
Your eye, you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Wipe your face right here. Wipe your face right here. You got it. It's off. See, that's not, I don't have that much epoxy in here because I didn't want to use that much. So here we have, I'm stirring up the epoxy. I mean, yeah, the epoxy with the mica powder. And that's yellow. This is pink. I'm going to stir this up. She's completely fascinated as she sees herself on this video. Who's that little girl? What's that little girl's name? What's her name? What's your name? Have a Minuet.
Minuet.
Sit down now before you fall into that alcohol ink. Have a seat. Okay, now this is the mica powder. As you can see, I'm totally doing a whole different process as I did with the alcohol ink. With the alcohol ink, again, I don't have to do anything but drop the alcohol ink in with the white, and the white makes it do something completely, totally different. Okay? With the mica powder, as you can see, I had to stir the mica powder in the resin. Okay? To mix it. Didn't have to do that with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start pouring. Just pour some. Just pouring it in. Trying to make sure I get her nose too. Make sure she got a little nose. And because I want to make sure I fill up the mold, I'm going to pour as much of it in there as I can. And then I'll pour this down here. I hope you guys can see this. That orange is very pretty. And I do love orange in the summertime. That's why when people ask me what's my favorite color, I can't really answer that. But in the summertime, orange is my favorite color. Okay, so now you see I'm pouring in the mica powder. The mica powder is not doing anything remotely like the alcohol ink is doing. And this is almost full, so I have to be careful. I don't want it to run over. As you can see, with the mica powder is not interacting like the ink. Completely different. It's not interacting like the, as you can see, sit down, Minuet. I don't want you to fall into that ink. This right here is not mixing with itself. Let me just say it that way. It's not mixing. And let me see if I can bring the camera a little bit closer for you to see this. This has bubbles. Bubbles all through in here. It's bubbles.
I saw bubbles.
And the bubbles are because,
I saw them.
remember with the alcohol ink, the alcohol was busting the bubbles. Remember? So now what I have to do is either get a a hot gun, a hot air gun, or get 90% or higher alcohol, or use the torch to get the bubbles out. Now I'm going to use the torch in this case. And again, you do not want to get too close, and you don't want to do it too long. Now I'm doing this, and a good indication of when you see bubbles, if what your color is in here, if you see white, that's where your bubbles are. Okay? Because I've been doing this for a while, I can tell where the bubbles are. The bubbles are right here and right here. Okay, right through that yellow and right through that pink. So, you see how far I am from the mica powder because I don't want to burn it. Now, I should have got my heat gun out so I can show you how to mix the colors using the blowgun. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take one of these sticks, and this is completely full, so I won't be able to put any more in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this stick and I'm going to mix it. Try to make a design. I'll start from the bottom. Orange into the pink into the yellow. Orange into the pink into the yellow. Orange into the pink into the yellow. Then bring the yellow down. Bring the yellow down. Bring the yellow down. Like that. And see, to me, the alcohol ink is much easier because it does its own thing. And then the thing with the mica powder is, even though I'm doing this right now, I'm making this design right now. I'm making this woo. I'm making this woo design right now. See? In a few minutes, when I come back, it's definitely not going to look like this. But this is me doing this, okay? This is not like the alcohol ink does its own thing. This is me trying to make a design with the mica powder. Now, don't get me wrong. I love doing that. But at the same time, Minuet, I don't want you to get in that ink, okay? At the same time, you see, I'm doing that, but now I got bubbles again. And the bubbles are so fine, you can't see them if you're looking straight on. That's why I'm looking on an angle and I'm seeing them and I'm popping them as I see them. Now, when I was doing the alcohol ink, you didn't see me go back in and try to pop any bubbles because, again, the alcohol is popping the bubbles in the resin. Because this doesn't have any alcohol in it, I have to be very careful and I have to watch and make sure and see that there are no more bubbles. And sometimes with the with the mica powder, after it sits for a while, some more bubbles may rise up again. So you have to make sure that you watch it. And if you see any bubbles, you want to make sure that you pop them. And you want to pop them before this starts setting up, because if it starts setting up, you're going to have a problem. Now, right down here, some more bubbles have formed. So let me take my torch, and I'm going to get rid of those bubbles. See? And the bubbles try to be slick sometimes. They try to hide from you. And you don't want to just go and be too close to this, because you will burn it, and you will cause holes to be in it, and then you'll be mad. Now, what I wanted to do is, and I don't have enough, I ran out of my epoxy. What I was going to do is going to show how glitter sits in the resin, how it goes into the bottom. I guess I'm going to have to do that tomorrow. That's good. That just give me another project to do tomorrow. I want to show you how the resin actually sinks down to the bottom of the mold. And again, if you want to use that side of the mold, that will be nice because you'll be able to see the glitter, but you won't see the glitter on this side. On this side. So again, here are these three. Alcohol ink versus mica powder. Okay? All three of them are fantastic. The alcohol ink, you don't have to do as much work as far as mixing the colors. Well, you are doing work, but it's fun work because you're dropping in the ink and you're dropping in the white and you're doing all of that. With this, you have to be very precise in what you're doing. You have to mix up your resin, then you have to mix up your your mica powder. Then you have to pour them where you want them to be. Then you got to try to make a design in there. You see this design is changing already. And again, more bubbles are trying to form. So you just gently go in and you fix it. My chair just, I hate this chair. I really hate this office chair. And I just got it. It's doing it again. I'm getting ready. I'm sending this chair back. I can't operate like this. Now, the thing is, with this, see, I see a little spot right there. And because it hasn't set yet, I can figure it out and fix it. Lord, why is this chair doing this to me? Go downstairs and get your pajamas. And even when I do that, it's still going to, this hydraulic chair, I'm going to have to fix it some kind of way, because this is going to drive me nuts doing this. Okay, so these are your three. Do you guys have any questions? Waiting to see the divas from last evening. Hey, Creative Mom. Okay, I had to do this demonstration so you can see what the difference is between the mica powder and the alcohol ink. I love mica powder because I love the way it is just very smooth and delicate like and dreamy. It's creamy dreamy. Okay, and the alcohol ink, y'all know how I feel about alcohol ink. It's fun. So you guys want me to show you what I did last night. Okay, hold on. I told her to get her pajamas. My husband down there trying to figure out what she doing. So, yes. All right. Okay. So, as y'all know, this is the one that's for Minda, and she wanted the coasters to go with it. And here is one of them. That is one. She said, don't be showing my stuff. This is one. You didn't look for your pajamas. No, you didn't. You came back up too fast. That's how I know you didn't look for them. Let me see. Here's the other one. Okay.
Mama?
Yes, Minnie. Go ahead. Lord, I'm telling her to be still so this stuff don't go in. I don't want anything to mess with it. Well, I don't have to show them this one. I'll show them. This one and this one. Okay, here I come. Oof. Maybe I'm just too fat for this office chair. Look at this. All that stuff just fell. This office chair is pissing me off. I'm going to throw it in the trash. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so here's the lady with the pom-pom. You like? You like? Creative Mom, Margaret, Sarah. Go turn off the bathroom light. Go wash your hands and turn off the bathroom light. This is one of them from last night. This is one from last night. This is the one that I put the black in. And see the black in there and the yellow. Now these two, we put them in a frame. These are two, but I'm going to see if I can take it out and show you how it looks off of the paper. This is from last night. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that superb? This is beautiful. That's that one. And here's the other one.
I wash my hands.
Okay. This is the other one. Sit down. I don't want you to get into that ink. This is the other one. So we put these two on a frame. We're not going to use this color. We're going to use another color, but we were just trying it out. And here is the final one. The purple one. Thank you. They are pretty, aren't they? Now, to me, this looks like a man or an angel with a wing right here. That looks like that from a distance. Looks like he's walking. That looks like his leg. He's walking. But those colors are so pretty. Now, I showed you guys the one from last night. What do you think? What do you think about that? Those colors. And then tomorrow, if it's the Lord's will, we show you something else that we're working on. Because I do want Rhonda to be a part of it, since she's always talking about we. That's the other side. And this is what I so love about alcohol ink, that you just drop the ink in there and it just does what it wants. Now I couldn't paint this for my life if I tried, but this right here, this is awesome. And these is just, I'm so impressed with alcohol ink. It's just like, how can you not use it? How can you not? That's a piece of tape on there, but just look at that. This is amazingly beautiful to me. And who knew? Look how that green just sets in there. This is the back. And this is the side most people use for their coasters. But again, I'm weird, so I use the front side of it because of condensation. If I'm drinking something as condensation, then it won't run off the coaster. So, alcohol ink is the bomb, Creative Mom. Like, I just really love it. It just has it's just its own whatever. And I still love mica powder. And I'll never not love mica powder, but the alcohol ink is just awesome. So I put this on a mirror. And in a frame. I still see that man there, that angel there with that wing, walking. Isn't that awesome? And the man is outlined. Jesus, is that you? Michael, the Archangel, is that you? These are beautiful. These are beautiful. I just can't say enough how beautiful these are. And again, this is the one that I did with the black in it. And then look at this one, the back of it. It's amazing that with alcohol ink, when you put it, and even with mica powder, whatever you do on the top is never going to look like that on the other side. The other side is always going to be different. I don't care if you're using alcohol ink, mica powder, it's always going to be different. This is Menda's, and this is the back of hers. And I so dig this because, again, if you want to use this other side, you have a whole different design. If you get tired of looking at that side, flip it on over. You got another one. So you're actually getting two coasters in one. How about that? You're getting two coasters in one. And that's so fun. That is just fun. Fun, fun, fun. Now, again, when I was telling you about the mica powder, you have to keep watching it. And you have to watch it because it forms bubbles again. This one has formed bubbles again. So now I have to go with the gun and blow the bubbles. And the problem with this is that as it begins to get harder and you keep using heat on it, it's going to eventually burn the mica powder. That's what I don't like about the mica powder and the bubbles. And the bubbles. So that's my husband down there with my granddaughter. He don't know how to be quiet. Um so look how that's turning out. Twice I put my stick through there to try through the design, and this is what happens. It you can make a design. And this is what I was trying to say before. You can make a design, but the design is going to change. And if you don't know that, you totally will get frustrated, and then you're going to be like, you know what, I don't want to do this. But it's a part of crafting. And I had to learn that myself. I was like, man, I made that design, and when I went back, it was different. Tomorrow morning, it's going to be different. It's going to be different. So, those three over there, they're pretty much going to stay like that, I guess. I don't know. But just look at the way that they're forming as well, because, excuse me. This one right here, I love the way this is doing it right now.
Mom, I can't find my dad.
Okay, can I finish doing this? Mm-hmm. All right, go back downstairs with Pop-Pop and tell Pop-Pop to hush. So, this one, as you can see, and on this one, I didn't put any more white on it. So, that's why that's doing that. And I like that. I'm still experimenting with the stuff. And then you have this one here. And then you have that one over there. I just think alcohol ink is the bomb. So I'll just say it like that. I like alcohol ink. And so I'm not going to say that I prefer one over the other. And the reason why I'm not going to say that is because I like both of them because of what they both do. Now that it's summertime, I'll be leaning more towards the alcohol ink because I see these as things that people can use in the summertime. If you're having a picnic, if you're having a party, you could even like use these things at a wedding if you wanted to just be different and have, you know, something to put in the bags for the bridesmaids. And, you know, if you wanted to set one up on the table, you can. There's a whole lot of things that I'm going to be doing with these things that's going to be outside of the box. So, again, which one do I like better? I like them both because they both bring a different element to the crafting world. It brings a whole different element. So I like them both. And you can just you can just go ham and just do all kind of things with these. And yeah, then I want to show you this one thing, and this is one of the ones that got messed up. This one. So this is, I think this is the first one we did with this new mold, with the big head mold. This is the first one. And what happened was we had some mica powder left, and we poured it into the mold. And because the mica powder had started setting up, when she dropped it into the mold, it did this. It had clumps. It was thick, and it wasn't pouring out regular. So this is the result of it. So when your resin, your epoxy, whatever you want to call it, when your resin begins to harden and thicken up, just go on and throw it away because there's nothing you can do with it. Just go on and throw it away. Don't waste your time. Just throw it away. But this is the other side. Minnie, no. This is the other side. And the mica powder up here and the mica powder down here. So you can see the difference with the mica powder versus the alcohol ink. You can't see through mica powder. Alcohol ink, depending on how you use it, you can see through it. This one is heavier. It's not heavy, but it's heavier than the alcohol ink one. This is heavier than the alcohol ink one. It's not like, breaking your back heavy, but has a little weight to it. Just a little weight to it. Look how that light reflects off of that. Now this is bronze. This color is bronze and black. Look how that light reflects off of that. Wow. That's awesome. So what I'm going to do is recreate this because I don't want it to look like her brain is leaking, because that's what it looks like to me. Rhonda was saying it looks like a headband, but it looks like her brain is leaking. So we're going to redo her. That's my opinion. Okay? That is my opinion. And these are the ones that I did. I don't know, did I show you guys these yesterday or not, but these are the other ones. And all of these are mica powder. You have this side, then you have this side. And look how that looks in the front. And look how that looks in the back. Completely different. That's why I'm saying you get 2 coasters for the price of 1. Now this, is she still on here? I don't know what it said. Quick, can a mold have both alcohol ink and mica? I don't know. But that was one of the things that I wanted to try. And I might try that tomorrow because I'm interested in that as well. Shadow box, that's what it looks like. Actually, it's a bank. I got a bank from the Dollar Tree. They had banks. They had these square banks. And you see the hole at the top right there? That's where you put the money in. So this is actually a bank. But because I don't see things as they really are at the time, and I'm always thinking of something else, I get it knowing that I knew I wasn't going to use it for a bank. I knew I was going to recreate it or use it for something else. Now this is the glitter. This is mica powder. I put the glitter in here and it all sank to the bottom. Most of it sank to the bottom. That's why this looks like this. As you can see here, it's only a few speckles of the glitter on the front. And that's where I start pouring the alcohol ink right there. I mean the glitter. And those are the only few pieces that were left because they all sunk to the bottom. So again, you have 2 coasters in 1. Same thing with this one. Mica powder. Gold. You can see some of more speckles in this one than you can with the other one. But even when I stirred it, it still wouldn't stay at the top. But this is the effects of the sparkles, the glitter, and the gold one. And I absolutely love this. I absolutely love the way this sparkles. It does. Again, 2 coasters in 1. Then we have this one. Again, these are all mica powders. And I stirred them, and they decided to do what they did. This is the front. Look at the detail in the front and see how that is. On the back, completely different. Completely different. Because actually when you're in the mold and you're stirring in the mold, you're actually digging down to the bottom. So whatever you're doing at the top and you're making a design at the top, it's not doing that at the bottom. It's doing something completely different. So that's one thing. Another thing about mica powder, you can't do that. I've never tried to stir alcohol ink. Let me just say that. I've never tried to do alcohol ink and do it like I did the mica powder. I've never done that. So I really don't know how that would be because I've never done it. But because it does what it does, you don't really have to stir it because it does its own thing. But I think I might try that as well. Now this is brown. But on this side, it did something completely different. But look at the highlights. It's just, to me, it's awesome. And this is the little girl. And on the back, completely different. So we have two, all of the coasters are double-sided. That's what I'm going to say. Double-sided coasters. That's what they are. And that's all I have to show with those. And tomorrow, if the Lord's will, I'll show you a project that I did, this morning. And I was just sitting here minding my business, and I did this. It's so beautiful to me. And I'll show it to you tomorrow. And if I can remember, I'm going to try the glitter, and I'm going to try to mix the alcohol ink with the mica powder and see what happens. You could be onto something. It could be onto maybe you should have used a finer glitter powder. Well, those were stars, but regardless of whatever kind of glitter you use, in my experience in using the glitters, they've all sunk to the bottom. Every one of them. I have extra fine glitter. The only way it won't sink to the bottom is if you can catch it before it starts setting up and you put it in there, and it won't necessarily go all the way to the bottom. But you have to catch it to make sure it doesn't do that. Now, maybe I can do some research and see if anybody else has been able to do it, but from my experience, all of the glitter has sunken to the bottom. That's just been my experience. Yes, you should try stirring the ink. I will do that tomorrow. I would stir the alcohol ink because I haven't tried that. Because I'm just so impressed at the way it comes out anyway. I I I didn't want to stir it because I'm impressed with that. But what I can do is drop the inks in and then, take the stick and swirl it around and see what happens, because that might create something beautiful that way as well. So we can do that, and definitely Creative Mom, I will give you props for saying that, because it works. It might work. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. But this is the tutorial for tonight. I came up with an idea to do for the Dollar Tree lamps. And my husband does want one. So I came up with an idea for the Dollar Tree lamps. And, excuse me, y'all. I'm going to try to work on that sometime this weekend. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But thank you all for joining us, and thank you for asking questions. You may have to let the first set of resin set a bit, then do the glitter pour. And you're right. Actually, you are right. And I've done that too. And I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. Oh, yes, I do. I'm tired. You're right. I've done that. I've actually poured my mold and let it dry. And then I went back and I put a clear coat with the glitter on top of it. I've done it like that. If I can find one of those, I will show you that as well. And I've done it on my trays. Excuse me, I've done it on my beauty trays as well. So if I can remember, I'll show you guys that tomorrow as well. I have to write myself a list when I get off so I can remember what to do. But I also want to try glitter with the alcohol ink. So I want to try that too. And my mind's not going to stop and keep doing, hey, Lady Jane, hey, Lady Jane, hey, Lady Jane. So I'm going to go write these down before I forget. Because if I say I'm going to do something, I really want to do it. because I like you all's enthusiasm. I like the way y'all interact with me, and I really want to, do this so we all can learn together because it's a learning process. And I feel like if you know something that I don't know, tell me because I want to learn too. I don't want to be stuck in a bubble and this is all I know how to do. I want to learn too. So I'm going to, from time to time, be using different molds. I'm gonna use my tray molds. I'm gonna use I do have, and I don't smoke, but I do have ashtray molds that I can work on. There's a lot of stuff around here that I have that I can do. But Rome wasn't built in a day, so we're gonna do this process and we're gonna keep it moving. So I'm glad you all enjoyed this. And when Rhonda comes in tomorrow, she's gonna be mad at me because I took these pictures off the wall. But she shall be okay. And remember, let me take a sip of my drink. I love this. I love this. I showed this to my daughter. She was like, "What?" So I know she's going to try it, and she's going to make it with her tray sets. This girl's crazy, but she's going to try it. So if you guys have any ideas, if you have any suggestions, anything you would like to see me do other than molds, because right now it seems like molds is what I do, but I do all kind of things. I do t-shirts, I do pillows, I do masks, I do these things. What else do I do? I make jewelry. Even though I sell jewelry, and this is paparazzi that I'm wearing right now, and I do sell paparazzi, but I make my own jewelry. Because I want to get to the point where people use my jewelry and sell my jewelry like paparazzi's doing. Why? If I can dream it, I can achieve it, right? I should be able to, but I have to put the effort in when I do that. So, we'll work on that too. So I do centerpieces, and I was supposed to do a centerpiece, and I sent it back downstairs. I'm going to do a centerpiece for you guys. I do cups, beer mugs, tumblers, skinny tumblers, big tumblers. I do all of that stuff. It's not just one thing that I do. So if it's anything that you like for me to see me do, let me know. I do mirrors. Yes, I do mirrors. That was one of the big things that I did was mirrors, and I love doing mirrors. So I got to get back on that as well. Have you done weddings? I have not done a wedding, Lady Jane, but I have made some centerpieces for just one table now, not for the whole wedding party or for the whole event. But I would love to be able to do that. That's one thing that I would love to do, is to be able to do weddings. I would, but I would have to have a lot of help to do that because that's a tedious job. It's a tedious job. And I'm glad you asked me that question because I need to call my cousin. They're having a class reunion, and she wanted me to do a whole bunch of cups for them, like I do the mugs. And I'm looking at my Eagles mug. I wish Rhonda was here so she can bring it over here to me. So I can show you, but I'm just going to stop being lazy and I'm going to go get it. Ooh. Oh, I'm coming on. Don't leave me. I just want to show you this real quick. Some of you may have seen this already. I don't know. Okay. I just want to show you this right quick and not mess anything up while I'm trying to show you. Okay. So here we go. I did this for Valentine's Day, if you can't tell. But this is what I do with these mugs. I'm not partial to the Eagles. If you're a team, and I don't care who you are, if you want something like this, I can make it for you. These are specifically for keepsakes. These are not for drinking out of. These are keepsakes, mementos, or whatever you want to call them. That's what these are. These are not for drinking out of. Why? Because you can't wet this. You cannot wet this. If you wet it, you're going to mess it up. And believe it or not, when the year the Eagles went to the NFC Championship and they won the Super Bowl, these things were selling like hot cakes. I mean, hot cakes. So this is what I do also. And I love doing these. I love doing these. And it doesn't take long to do them. You just sit there and do it. So I had a set, a tray set. That's the beer mug. This is the tray. And people call these rolling trays, but I don't sell them as rolling trays. I just sell them as trays, and you can use them however you want to use them. And this is the tray. And I also have the ashtray. Now, I made this ashtray with a silicone mold. And these are stickers that I got from the official NFL site. And on here as well. All of the stickers I use. And this is the cigarette lighter. So I do these. I do I do a lot of stuff. I do a lot of stuff. And someone told me, you need to just stick to do one thing. But that's not how my mind works. I can't just stick to doing one thing. I know how to do these, and I know how to do them quickly, and I know how to do them nice. And these are just the things I do. You know, it's Lady T's things that bling. So, of course, you see all of this bling, blingy, bling. And people, the guys were really surprising me. It was the women that was mostly purchasing these. Now, I had one man that was purchasing a lot of these. And he was bringing his friends in to purchase them and everything. And they were selling like hotcakes. These things were selling like hotcakes. Well, let me tell you. When I tell you, they were selling like hotcakes. I wanted to show you one of my cups, but my cups are packed up, so I don't think I have a cup over there. But I do little wallets. Like I beaded her out. See, she's beaded. And I do these same images on cups. I bead them out on cups, on 20-ounce cups, 15-ounce cups. Not 20-ounce cups, that's a lie. 15-ounce cups and 11-ounce cups. I use images and I bling them out. And I've had great success with those as well. So, there's a lot of things that I do. A lot of things. So, if anything that you would like to see me do, let me know. And of course, I do these. So, multifaceted over here. Multi-talented. I can't eat. Wow, love that bling on that mug. Thank you, Creative Mom. Thank you, Lady Jane. I can't either. Your mind is always working on a new... Always. Always. It's just... My mind doesn't sleep. When I wake up, I'm waking up with something else on my mind. And it's just... whatever. And this I was just playing around with. And then this is alcohol ink. And I was just playing around with this one. I was like, let me see what I can do. And then we have this girl right here. Always be fabulous, darling. Always be fabulous. And then I have this. It says Jesus is Lord. Can't really see it with the reflection on here, but I do these as well. So I do a lot. I do a lot. So that's it. That's all I have for today. Thank you all so much for joining me. Lady Jane, thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm about to, let's see, get my granddaughter ready for bed. Because she's a night owl. But she about to be, she could be a night owl because she going to be down there with my husband. So she could be a night owl if she wants to. And this old lady going to sleep. But thank you guys for joining us. And if the Lord says the same, we'll be back with you again tomorrow evening. Thank you. You stay blessed as well. She said, fabulous Lady T. Thank you so much. All right, you guys have a great night. I always act like I don't know how to turn this off.